Hey folks. Okay, let me just grab. Is that... No, it is not. Oh. Hang on, let me turn this up. Oh, okay, right, it's fine. I need to turn this down a bit. There we go, okay. That should do it. Okay, cool, right. So yeah, folks, I've been gone for like a month. I've been busy. Things have been alright. I've just been very busy. I'm currently mildly ill. I have like a stuffy nose and that's it. Like I sound ill, but ultimately like my sinuses hurt and otherwise I'm fine. But yeah, I've had a very busy last month. Just been like traveling a lot. Been like commuting places a lot. Been working on lots of different things, getting a lot of work done. Running a lot of games. Yeah, that's just kind of what I've been doing for the past like month or so. Things have been pretty hectic, but it's all been good stuff. I've just not had the time for this. Monday streams especially are going to be kind of up in the air going forward because I am currently in the process of, or not in the process of, but for the foreseeable future, probably for the next couple of years at least, I will be commuting, or not commuting, be traveling to another city on a fairly regular basis and staying there for a Sunday and a Monday. And obviously while I'm there, I can't stream. What that's going to mean for Monday streams as a whole, I couldn't tell you necessarily. Obviously on the days when I'm not there, I can't stream, so there won't be one flat out. That's just a fact. There won't be a stream then. But on the flip side, I don't necessarily know how the rest of it is going to really affect me either. I'm going to make some kind of decision about that. What I'm doing now is like a midweek sort of, I was going to start a little while ago, but there was the Pokemon trailer. I wanted to watch it, so I watched it. I did consider watching it on stream, but it felt a little off topic, and I wanted to do this spiel first. So mostly people can watch it back in the VOD. But yeah, basically, I've just been very busy for the past month. I have done a shit ton of work on Golem though, and you're gonna see the fruits of such labor right now, because I'm gonna press the button. Where is the button? Oh, it's been a while. It is this button. There is a cover. I think it looks pretty cool. Also, I changed the background. We have a contents page. It works. Actually, no, it doesn't work quite yet. Oh, no, ignore me. It does work, because I can do it. It goes to the columns. I've also written basically all of the flavor text. Hasn't been edited yet. I've not really proofread any of it. But there's a bunch of art in here. Some, AJ did some art for the living spells. I did the mechanical dragon. This thing turned out really good. I changed up the scuttling claw and changed them to razor claws, and made a second one, like a little iron scratcher that like jumps onto people and attaches itself to them. I made another Scaladar. To be perfectly honest, I made that one specifically just to fill the gap on the page, but I still think it's kind of cool, so... Scarecrow art has gone in. I think that looks pretty good. We have this variant Toon Tapper, also made to fill space, but it is kind of cool. It has an anti-magic cone, and it can dispel magic things with its sledgehammer. Also, I made this thing. I think I did it on stream? I don't remember. I'm not sure if I did this on stream or not, but I made this. It's very scary. This thing is, this thing is scary. It's this thing, and it has two of these. Think of Knuckleotech or Bongo Bongo or the other hand-eye bosses from Zelda and Mario games. It's them. God, I need to clear my throat. Fuck. Throat cleared. Right. So, yeah, I've gotten a lot done. There's a lot of cool shit here. We're going to be working on some new monsters today. I don't have a huge amount of them left to do. I did end up deciding to make an extra monster just because I had a really nice piece of art that I wanted to use. But one of the things we will be doing is making this thing, the Gloomgad. It's called a Gloom Golem, as you can see here in 3.5, but I want to change it up a little bit and call it the Gloomgad. Ugh, I need to not do that. I need to mute my fucking mic. I imagine it's a horrible sound. Oh, also I made this thing. It's a CR27 Super Ultra Cadaver Collector. It's Collector Prime. He's very big. I made this other ball worm. Did I do anything else? I don't think so. Also, I got this really... I think this font looks really good. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is coming out. I think the layout looks really good. I'm thinking of reducing the saturation of this background a little bit, but... Oh. Now, I have a few monsters on my list. Most prominent of them are the Gloomgad and the Grisgol. And then there is the new Shadowland Monsters as well. I think I'm going to start with the Gloomgad, because it's probably the simplest monster on my list. Ugh. God. Oh, my nose is just, like, so stuffy. It's horrible. It's that kind of thing where, like, I know for a fact that I'm... Oh, shit. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Wingus Pingus.
Wingus Pingus. Damn straight. Thank you very much. Oh, what was I saying? Shit. I lost my train of thought. Fuck. Nah, it don't matter. It was probably something about the Gloomgad. Okay, right. I have the Gloom Golem page open. Let's just grab this text here. Let's grab this bad boy. Large construct. Typically neutral evil. Now, so in 3.5, this thing is about CR7. I feel like that's probably something we can honor. So yeah, I feel like that's certainly something we can honor if where possible. Might as well. 2,900 experience has a +3 proficiency bonus. Ugh. Good God. Oh, perfect. I can open Monster Manual 3 because they're in here. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna like blow my nose real quick. I'm gonna mute this fucking mic. There we go. I was gonna do that as well. Just gonna blow my nose. Almost done. Okay, right. Get the webcam back. I only had one tissue. I had like a really old like pack of tissues in my coat pocket from like 3 years ago, and I opened it and it turns out there was only one tissue in there. I'm real sad. But okay. Now this is a sort of a loose adaptation of the Gloom Golem from 3.5, but I am not one-to-one adjusting it. I wanna keep some of its abilities and give it some new ones as well, because I have some ideas of things I want to do with this thing. Let's give it magic resistance. I give it resistance. Let's give it resistance to... Now, resistance in 3.5 kind of isn't really a thing. I mean, it is and it isn't. Damage reduction 10, immunity to magic, low. So yeah, for 3.5 turns, that's magic resistance. This thing is explicitly just a golem in 3.5. This thing should have necrotic resistance, like that feels pretty evident to me, and resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Oh. Dark vision 120 feet, yeah, that makes sense. They exist on Hades, which is like the Shadowfell but less interesting. Somehow. I say somehow, that's fucking light. The Shadowfell is cool. It's just, you know, drab by design. So yeah, we'll give it resistance to necrotic damage, constructed nature, yes. Immutable form. Let's keep immutable form. It doesn't need to. It's not legendary. It's not a siege monster. Oh, right. Okay, right. Yeah, this needs to be moved for the alphabet. Now, the wiki, I believe, mentioned that it smells bad, which I believe. He does look like he smells bad. Sorry, pal, but he does look like he smells bad. Let's be honest. Stench. What monsters have? I know ghasts have it. What else? What other monsters actually have stench? Ghasts, Otiuks have it, and this might actually be a keyed in like a filterable trait, because it is a. It's not common, but there are multiple monsters that have it. It is not. I search for it. No. However, it did come up with the Stench Cow, which does have stench, so that works. Means I can just copy-paste this bad boy. Any creature other than... You need to give this thing stats, I haven't done that yet. I will use the 3.5 stats, because they convert pretty well Only problem is in 3.5 constructs don't have con and int scores. Like, they just aren't affected by things that would affect your con or your int, so they just don't have them. Or maybe inversely, like the other way around. I don't know, but they don't have them. But I can assume this thing is probably pretty stupid, and it's probably pretty tough. So you know, that's 18 strength. That's 15 dexterity, which I doubt. I'm gonna reduce that down to 13 dexterity, I think, because that seems kind of silly. Let's give it 20 con, 3 intelligence seems appropriate, 11 wisdom, and 15 charisma. Interesting. Maybe it's not that... You know what, no, I'm not going to give this thing stench because there's a much more interesting flavor text here of howls of pain issue from a gaping black orifice where its face should be. So I feel like that should be what it does instead. Frightful howling. Other than the Gloomgad starts this turn within 60 feet of the Gloomgad and can hear it. It's suppressed. While the creature can't hear the Gloomgad, you know what? No, not gonna fuck with that. So frightful howling, cool. Has an AoE fear effect. We love to see it. Now it has claws. There's touch of woe. makes 2 claw attacks. If both attacks hit the target, where is that? If available. 7, we'll go for 5 foot. It's a large creature with a 5 foot reach. That's a pretty suitable area. Damn, this thing does charisma damage, which to my understanding in 3.5 is just like reducing your score. I would assume, anyway. I'm not going to do that here. I could, but I probably won't. Slashing damage. How much slashing damage should we be doing here? Let's go... start with just 2d10 plus 4, so that's 15 damage. Maybe let's go 1d10 and go 9, and then have... let's have some necrotic damage or something. So we got like 13 damage. It's 26. That's alright. Was four, 3, 7, 15. I guess we just call it. I don't know. Let's grab the Kraken, because the Kraken has a swallow. To a demiplane of shadow. Let me grab Banishment real quick. It's not going to be quite like Banishment, but to a demiplane of shadow. Which is a 60-foot sphere filled with magical darkness. Let me go read demiplane. Creature with dark vision can't see through this darkness. While there, a creature takes yeah, pretty good, pretty good. So I've been away for a fair length of time, but I've got a lot work done on Golem. I'm getting some more done this afternoon. While there, a creature takes. How much damage? Let's go 8d6 as a default. Or how about we go 4d6 necrotic damage plus 14 4d6 psychic damage. Oh, okay. Start of each of the Gloomgad's turns. Um. Ah, yes. Um. Right. What's a spell you enter the... Oh, hold person. What's that? That'll do it. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. this is a very cool ability. However, it is... Oh, that's something I forgot. On a failure, a creature becomes frightened of the Gloomgad until the start of its next turn. For the next 24 hours. This is cool. All of these abilities are cool. The problem here, however, is that this thing doesn't really do anything else. It has like these, you know, this admittedly cool ability that has a lot of text, but otherwise, and it has this, which is, you know, interesting but not unique at all. Otherwise, doesn't do anything. Uses Baleful Necrotism. I don't think necrotism is a word. No. Uses Woeful Breath. No, can't spell. Let me just look at Bane. Woeful Breath. You know what? Yeah. I think this captures the original creature reasonably well. I will also give it some saving throws, though. And probably some skills, too. Let's give it Dex plus 4, Wiz plus 3, and then we'll go skills. This thing probably has Perception plus 3, Stealth plus 4. So that's something it very specifically has. Oh, correction. It has a -8 to stealth. I misread that. That is of note. And also very funny. I want to make sure this thing is fully visible in all of its horror. Yeah, I kind of like this thing. Ravenous Abyss is very scary. I think the fact that it's on a recharge probably makes it kind of fine. I feel like it needs another attack, like some kind of like something, but I don't know. Either way, I like it. It's cool. It also, like, Woeful Breath gives creatures penalties to the saving throw to get out of Ravenous Abyss. So for the first round, they're unlikely to be able to get out, which I think is very cool. Now I need to give this thing an AC and hit points that are suitable for a CR7 creature. And also, like, CR test this thing in general, because it could be super busted. Let's find out. So it has this big AoE Bane. It also has Frightful or a variant of Frightful Presence. It's functionally Frightful Presence. It works in basically the same way. It has damage resistances. Now, in 3.5, this thing has an AC of 22. However, in 3.5, one of the main things is that ACs are generally a lot higher. At least in my admittedly limited experience. So I'm going to say 18 AC. Like, this thing's, you know, pretty scary. Maybe we'll go 17. Just I think the implication of a lot of constructs is that a lot of them are functionally sapient. Certainly Modrons are exclusive. Like, it's very easy to make a lawful evil AI, which is, you know, or a construct or whatever, because it's literally following protocol, whether that protocol is harmful or not. Which is, I mean, evil is a perspective anyway. If anything, that's lawful neutral. It's just doing what it's told. But a lot of D&D constructs, especially, are constructs in that they were built or made as a thing. They don't have flesh or bones, or they don't have blood. They don't reproduce. They don't, you know, do things that living things do. But they still think in not necessarily the same way, but they still think. Some of them have, like the golems, for instance, are basically completely non-sapient. They are some of them, namely the flesh golem and the mithril golem, are either sort of sapient or explicitly, but most golems aren't. Whereas the Gloomgad is not a golem. Speaking of, because it isn't a golem, it should probably have a higher intelligence, probably 5, I think is more appropriate. It's not smart, but it's not by any means stupid. I say that, it's definitely stupid, but it's not... You can't not communicate with it, even if it's fairly disinterested. Speaking of communication, can these things actually speak? Because I don't think they can, but I'm going to find out. Yes. It's it has the capacity for conscious thought. Is there a languages section written here? Does it have... Oh. Combat. Gloomgads howl incessantly but do not communicate. No, that says do not. That doesn't say can't, that says do not. This is another monster but that can probably understand what you're saying but specifically chooses not to speak. Okay. Because I do like those. I do like those monsters a lot. There's quite a few of them that make a conscious, that can speak and choose not to. Specifically, the Tomb Tapper, that's one of them. Understands any 5 languages but doesn't speak. That's interesting, I think, but if anything, this thing is I think with these things, I think they're just like, they just go around and eat things and add to themselves in this sort of... Isn't there like a Doctor Who monster that does this? I swear there's a Doctor Who monster that does this. I don't know. I didn't watch Doctor Who, but I know, you know, you can't really avoid at least some degree of pop culture osmosis with it because it's fucking everywhere. Less so nowadays, but certainly when I was younger and it had just gotten rebooted. Had it just gotten rebooted? I don't fucking remember. When did Doctor Who got rebooted at some point? In the 2000s, probably? I don't know. Either way, I'm going to take a break here because we finished one of the monsters I wanted to do today. I'm going to move on to probably the Grisgol after this. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'm just going to go like make some tea and like go see if I can blow my nose or something. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, right. I'm back. Here's the Grisgol. This guy. This is kind of a lich prison. A living lich prison, in fact. It's pretty cool. Okay, right. Let's find out what this thing does. Oh, that's something I forgot to do. I did actually forget to stat test the Gloomgad. Need to do that. That's important. Damage, it does 13, does 26 damage. And then does 28. That's 54 points of damage. Let's give it 11d10. 11 times was 55, so that's... That's a pretty high CR. Let's go 3 here. So it's 26, it's 36. No. 56. Let's drop it to 16 AC. Bring the hit points down to 70-10. Yes, it does about 37 points of damage. Give or take, anyway. Let's bring the damage of the claws up a bit. Let's go 2d6 plus 4, so that's 11, and then 2d4 for 5, so that's 16. 16 plus 16 plus... Yeah, that's back to 40, about 45. Yeah, that puts it at about CR7. I think that's what we want. 70-10 plus 7 times 5 is 35. I think there's a decent amount of animals that have something similar, right? Like, other apes and shit. Like chimps or something? I can't remember. 73. No, fuck it, let's bring it up to 8. Let's go 84. Right. Grisgol. It's large, apparently. I didn't realize these things were large. Large construct. Do they have an alignment? Typically neutral. CR 15, which is +5. What does CR 15 come out as on the old docket? 13,000. That should do it. Poison. Sounds 8 feet tall. No, that's a medium creature. That's just a Goliath. I was say they just look tall and gangly, not actually large, which is exactly the case. So they apparently, quote, possess all the defensive capabilities of a construct. Of a golem, should I say. You know what? No, I'm gonna make this thing stupid. If it is basic, apparently, like, from what I can see, it is basically a golem without actually being one, which is good enough for me as far as I'm concerned. Stick my phone on charge. It's almost dead. Also, just a heads up, there will be no stream this... No, there will. Ignore me. There will be a stream this coming Monday. But there will be no stream the following next Friday. That's what I'm saying. Not there'll also be no stream tomorrow either. That's what I meant to initially say, because I am going away for the weekend tomorrow. Let me go look at the Gloomgad real quick. Did I give this thing? It does have magic weapons. Okay, fine. All is well. I want to try and see if I can fit this thing onto this paragraph here, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now, what abilities does this thing have? Damage reduction, magic immunity, yada yada yada. What is Incite Madness? Let's find out what that is. Yeah, I'm just gonna like preemptively move this here. And Let's look at shadows. How do shadows do this? Oh. Right. That's a very long ability to describe something that might happen when the creature dies, but it's still kind of cool, so I tell you what, it might actually be better to make this a little sidebar. It is definitely better to make this a little sidebar. Oh. Ugh. Okay, right. This is going to go somewhere, probably. I will work that out. I might make this art smaller, maybe. Pull this up and make more room for flavor text. I don't know. I'm going to work it out. Now, it's time to give this thing actual abilities. It has Choking Dust, Damaging Touch, and Paralyzing Touch. Well, what things do liches have in 5e, I guess? It's Paralyzing Touch, it has a Frightening Gaze. I'll skip that out because it's kind of boring. Let's do this, a Stitch. Let's make a Paralyzing Touch. It's a melee spell attack. Uses. I'm going to say this thing uses Constitution, so it's 11. That's, yeah, it's 11 to hit, reach 5 feet. One creature hit. Let's go 18 here. I want to maybe bring this thing down a peg. Let's go 20. Let's go 20 con. What saving throws do liches have? Con in whiz. Let's just give it con. We'll give it con and whiz. Let's give it Disrupt Life. Construct or undead creature is unaffected. Time to give it spells. Ugh. Where's the Babao? The Babao has just become my default like copy paste target for spellcasting. I don't know why. Such a random monster. At will. What at will spells can this guy have, is the question. Level 3.5, this thing has both Paralyzing Touch and also Hold Person. It's like, why does it need both? The answer is it doesn't. I don't think this thing really needs at will spell. I guess it can have like, like what? Oh god, I need to clear my throat. Fuck. Oh, I still have T hit from earlier. I forgot about this. Let's look at Vecna. That's a good. What can Vecna cast? At will. Animate Dead. Detect Magic. Dispel Magic. That's interesting. Well, I guess we can give it Detect Magic. And honestly, Dispel Magic sounds kind of cool for it to just kind of have. Lightning Bolt, Mage Hand, Presto. Oh yeah, let's give it Lightning Bolt. Let's also give it Mage Hand. Sure, we'll give it Presto. Prestidigitation. I guess it doesn't really need either of these, because it's not intelligent enough to really get any use out of either of them. 2 per day each. Scorching Ray, 5th level version. Ice Storm. Feeble Mind, hell yes. Abby Delzim's Horrid Wilting. Do we give it Abby Delzims? Abby Delzims is just bad, so we're not gonna bother specifically because it's a bad spell. I will, however, give it Chain Lightning, because Chain Lightning is kind of fun. And I mean, we've... Yeah, fuck it, let's give it Circle of Death. Ugh. Yeah, that fits in just fine. I can get a decent amount of word in on the Grisgol and still have space for the Grisgol Madness sidebar. Ugh. This looks good. I think it is very simple. It is literally just like a construct lich, and I think that's a bit disappointing in ways, but I don't think there's anything like ostensibly wrong with it in that sense. Having Feeble Mind is also pretty fucking brutal, so it has a lot of options as well. Even if like on the surface they're not all the most interesting thing in the world, it has a lot of things it can do on its turn. It can paralyze you. It can disrupt life. It has Lightning Bolt, it has Ice Storm, it has Scorching Ray, it has Chain Lightning and Circle of Death. Like, it's got a lot of options. It's a case of whether those options actually add up, I don't know. Ugh. Ugh. How much does Ice Storm do? It's been... Ice Storm was I hated Ice Storm for such a long period of time. Because I had like 2 games where I had 2 players in it that would cast it like all the time. So I would have to draw the area of difficult terrain every time they cast it. It was really annoying. And no one has cast it in years now. There's quite a few spells like that, like very specific like 4th and 5th level spells that, you know, I've run a lot of games in the past like 8 years or so. And, or 7 years, should I say. And, I've, you know, like, there are certain spells that, like, basically everybody cast all the time right at the start, and have never been cast since. Ice Storm being one of them. There's a couple of my own personal spells that were crazy prevalent across multiple campaigns. It's from the first archive, Gravity Pulse. No one's cast Gravity Pulse in a very long time. It was like the pet spell of the table for forever. Ugh. Circle of Death. You know what? Fuck Circle of Death. Circle of Death fucking sucks. That's 9. That's 23. Chennai does 10d8? Oh wow, I was actually right. It does like 46 damage. It really... This thing is not super impressive, huh? Unless we give this thing multi-attack, huh? It then uses spellcasting. Press this again. Uh, 65, that's 75 damage. Let's do 14d8 plus, what's 5 14s? That's 170. definitely going to need to look this over again in my own time, but I think this is looking a lot better. Going 18, 82, so that'd be 90 for 171 hit points. Going back up to AC 18 as well. Yeah, I think that does it. I think it's offensive CR that is a little lackluster, but I am sort of taking into account the fact that most of these spells are probably only going to hit, like, certainly the big AoE ones are probably only going to hit like a couple people, where Chain Lightning can reliably hit a lot more than that. So, again, it really depends. And that Scorching Ray is pretty brutal. I might do this and make it three each, so it doesn't run out of the Scorching Rays quite as quickly. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. We've gone for just about 2 hours. We've made 2 new monsters from scratch, and that means I have not much less left to do. There's the Shadowland Monsters, and I have one more idea that I kind of want to toy with, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. I will probably toy with that in my own time. So next time we will probably be just doing the Shadowland Monsters, and that will be that. I'm assuming I get them all done in one sitting, which I very well may not. But, yeah. I hope folks have enjoyed themselves. It's good to be back. I realise this has been slightly too far that way this whole time, but who cares? I will not be here on Friday, but I will be here again on Monday. I'll be getting home. It might be late starting, depending on when I get back, but I don't have that far to travel. I just have to go across town rather than, go into city. Probably take me about probably about 40 minutes to get home. Just depends on when I leave, really. But yeah, I will hopefully see all of you on Monday. See ya.